A highly anticipated grand jury report detailing alleged abuses by hundreds of Catholic priests across Pennsylvania is set to be released later today. The first statewide report will reveal accusations against more than 300 so-called predator priests and reported efforts by church leaders to cover them up.
The former bishop of Pittsburgh, Cardinal Donald Wuerl, is expected to come under intense scrutiny for how he handled more than 24 abuse cases. Nikki Battiste has been following the abuse scandal and spoke with Cardinal Wuerl in an interview you'll see only on CBS This Morning. She's at the Pennsylvania State Capitol in Harrisburg. Nikki, good morning.
Good morning. Cardinal Wuerl created support programs for survivors and a zero-tolerance policy against abusive priests. With this grand jury reports released just a few hours away here, Wuerl maintains his responses to abuse cases in the Pittsburgh diocese were appropriate.
If there were allegations, we dealt with them immediately.
Cardinal Donald Wuerl believes the Pennsylvania grand jury investigation will vindicate the reforms he championed in 2002 to rid the Catholic Church of abusive priests.
About a third of the people accused in this report are from the Pittsburgh diocese. Some people have called for your resignation. Do you have any plans to resign?
It goes back over 70 years. So I think we have to be realistic and say this claim goes back over decades and decades.
Did you ever move priests quietly to another?
That wasn't our process.
In 2007, after Wuerl became Archbishop of Washington, the Pittsburgh diocese he led agreed to pay $1.25 million to settle lawsuits filed by 35 abuse survivors.
How does it feel knowing children were sexually abused at the hands of priests under your watch?
Well, that's why, if that came to light, we moved to remove that priest. We're very, very sorry this happened, and that's why we've taken the steps to see that it doesn't go on.
What are the steps? Because I think a lot of victims will say, we've heard this before, almost more than a decade ago.
And now we have that charter in place, which provides for all kinds of background checks.
Last month, the man Wuerl succeeded in Washington, Theodore McCarrick, was suspended by Pope Francis after accusations he sexually abused altar boys and adult seminarians decades ago.
Were you aware of the rumors McCarrick was having relationships with other priests?
No.
Do you think right now, today, children are being abused at the hands of priests in the Catholic Church?
I'm not sure that there's any way you can guarantee that there won't ever be a failure in the life of any priest going into the future. You can't do more than give your very best to trying to eradicate a problem.
The Pittsburgh diocese and the 5 others under investigation have already received the grand jury report, but Cardinal Wuerl tells us he has not. Several survivors have come here to Harrisburg for the report's public release today. They will meet with Pennsylvania's Attorney General Josh Shapiro, who led this 18-month investigation. Bianna?
Great work, Nikki. Thank you so much for bringing this story to light, and interesting to hear the Cardinal really defending his actions all these years.